So you've just installed your Throttle Body EFI system from FiTech, and the engine won't start. Today we're going to go over some diagnostic tips and additional tricks on how to get the engine to start up the first time so you can do your initial setup. So we got our handheld mounted on our handheld mount. We're going to plug it in. We have power to the system. I have some switches here, but everything is how it would be with a vehicle. We're going to key on, but before we key on, I want to show you the sequence that we would expect every time we key on this system. We're going to go into dashboard. Our value column is blank, but when we key on, we're going to expect to hear the fuel pump run for 4 seconds, and 1 second into that, we're going to get a pulse of the injectors in the throttle body as a prime shot. So we'll key on. We hear the pump, got a click from the injectors, and now we're showing values in the value column. So we have our value column here that has appeared. The very first thing that we see is RPM. RPM should be registered when you're cranking over the engine and anytime that the engine's turning over. With the ready to run style ignition system, we got our blue tack wire going to the negative side of the coil. So if we go to crank the engine, we're expecting to see an RPM signal. In our case here, when we go to crank, that engine fired and died, but we never showed an RPM signal on the RPM. So there's a couple of things that we would want to look into in these applications. The first one in the handheld on the systems that have timing control, like the 30002 here, is we'll go to our initial setup, then into engine setup. If we scroll down, it's barely hidden, we have VR coil set on our tack selection. This should be set to tack when we're using the blue tack wire to pick up a tack signal. If you're doing timing control with the 2-wire magnetic pickup distributor, our 2-wire plug would be plugged directly into the distributor and we would want to be on the VR coil. But in this application, we want to be to tack. We'll hit send to ECU. And another good tip here is whenever we're going to do a save sequence, we key off. If you jump back to the dashboard, we'll just wait for the value column to disappear. When the value column disappears, the computer has completely saved and shut itself off. So now that it's saved, we'll key back on. We'll let the fuel system prime. The injectors did the prime shot. We'll crank again. The engine fired, but we still show 0 RPM. Another explanation of what could happen here that wouldn't apply in our application on the engine stand is the key wire. If that key wire is accidentally hooked up to the accessory position of a fuse block, it's shutting off during cranking. So if that happens, the computer's shutting off and it's not going to show you RPM during cranking. So since we don't have that problem, we're just on a toggle switch and it maintains voltage. Our next thing to check is our blue wire. If we look at our blue wire, in this case, it has fallen off. So with the fallen off, we're just going to hook it back up and then we'll repeat the process again. So now that we've corrected the tack wire being fallen off of the coil, we're going to hook it back up. We got our prime sequence again. We got our pulse of the fuel pump. We'll watch our RPM and we'll crank. So now we're showing RPM, but the engine fired and died. So now the next thing that we're going to look at in that is fuel pressure. So we'll put on a fuel pressure gauge. We'll check for fuel pressure. Another quick thing that we can check is pulsing from the injectors. We should have a good spray at key on. And if we got good pressure, the next thing that we'll want to look into is the throttle adjustment. Now every time we send one of these units out, the throttle is not adjusted, and some engines, if they're a bigger cubic inch or have a bigger camshaft, they need more air to get running. In this case, this engine has a really decent sized cam in it, so we're going to crack open the throttle a little bit to give a little more air to the engine because we know fuel pressure is good, and the engine should fire off. Now that we've adjusted the throttle, verified fuel pressure, and got our tack wire all hooked up, have the tack selection verified as tack in our handheld, we're going to key on. We should get an engine that fires, starts up, and runs. At that point, we would expect to get the engine up to temperature and do our throttle adjustment for the IAC steps. All right, so now that we've gone through our throttle adjustment, checked fuel pressure, made sure our tack selection is correct, checked the key wire and made sure that we're maintaining more than 10 volts during cranking, we'll be able to start the engine, and from there, we'll want to bring up the engine up to temperature to do our IAC step throttle adjustment. So key on, get the prime shot, and crank. So checking your tack selection, showing RPM on the handheld, checking your key wire are all very important things to check when you're first starting up your engine for the first time with a FiTech EFI system. We always want to make sure when you key on initially, you hear that fuel pump prime, you get that prime shot of fuel into the intake, and you should be able to crank the engine, show RPM on the handheld, and start the engine. One thing that we didn't cover here is if you go to crank the engine and the screen shuts off, that's just a big clue that you have low voltage to the entire system and your battery's probably low. But I hope all of this answers any questions you have to get the engine to start for the first time, so you can go through your initial setup and your throttle adjustment. So if you have any other questions, please comment them down below, and also visit our website at FiTechEFI.com for additional tech videos.